Welcome to Confessions of a First Time Podcaster. This episode of the Live Your Extraordinary Life podcast is dedicated to anyone listening right now who is struggling in any aspect of your life. Please know you are not alone. The path to living your best life is not a straight line, it is sometimes uphill, often fraught with potholes, and sometimes takes you completely off the path through the wilderness and down a rabbit hole, which is precisely where I found myself last night. If you've tuned into the podcast and followed me on social media, you know that this week has been nothing short of amazing. The podcast has been downloaded over 1,000 times. It's now in 15 countries and it soared to the top 3% of podcasts globally. I mean, absolutely amazing. I'm blown away. And this simply wouldn't be possible without you. You've tuned in and you've shared the podcast with your friends and your family and your network and your neighbors, your colleagues at work, your college roommates. I'm so grateful. So, thank you for listening and for sharing and for all of your support and enthusiasm. I especially want to thank those individuals who've reached out to me to share that they're struggling either on the home front or the health front or on the work front, and to let me know that the podcast is not just resonating, but that it's inspiring you. You are the reason why I'm here. 6 months ago, I had no plans to launch a podcast, but this is no accident. This is divine intervention at its best. I'm really honored and, quite frankly, humbled by your willingness to let me into your world and to trust me with your struggles. Know that I am here holding the space for you with so much love. And now I'm going to ask that you hold the space for me because today I'm struggling. You might not be able to tell because I show up seemingly confident with a smile on my face and I carry on publicly as my usual self. That is my superpower. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. In spite of the whirlwind success of the last week, or maybe because of it, self doubt has really crept in. Last night, as I lay in bed trying to fall asleep, I began to think, what if this last week has just been a fluke? What if this was as good as it gets and I can't sustain it? In fact, I not only stayed up very late last night, but I got up at the crack of dawn this morning and began to reevaluate my carefully thought out content plans and found myself spiraling downward in doubt. Me, Miss Positivity. Me, Miss Confident, the one who is always buttoned down and has it together. Yep, me, full of self doubt. So rather than just airing the planned episodes for this week, I decided to own it and to come clean and to have an honest conversation about where I find myself in this moment. A bit tired, worn down, and suffering from a wee bit of imposter syndrome. But here's the upside of the story. I know this is temporary. After all, I'm a first time podcaster. I've never done this before. And the learning curve around podcast concepting and interviewing, recording and editing and producing, publishing and promoting is steep. I have had to learn a lot in a very short amount of time. And I'm a one woman production team. And I'm pretty proud of that. I also know where self doubt comes from. It's a low vibration, it's low energy, and it's certainly not where I live my life. It's just where I find myself right now because I'm worn down. And in my exhaustion, I have forgotten something really important. I've forgotten that within me is an endless supply of divine wisdom to guide me and to inspire me. If I'm just willing to let go of this bondage of self reliance that I have if I go within and I surrender to my higher power, God has this. I just need to trust. So I'm going to step back and give myself a little grace. And I ask that you grant me that grace as well. Just as I hold the space for you, I ask that you hold the space for me as I step outside my comfort zone, take on new risks, embrace vulnerability head on, evolve, and get better. Because I'm going to get better and because I'm here for it all. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So I'm going to ask that you continue on this journey with me. I'm so grateful that you're here. And whatever you're struggling with, maybe surrender, go within, and trust that God has got this. I'm sending you all so much love and all green lights. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel to continue to receive content that inspires. Let us know what resonates and what you'd like to hear more about. You are here for a purpose. It's time for you to step into that purpose, become the most authentic version of you, and start living, truly living your extraordinary life. It's never too late. And in fact, we're just getting started.